love that intro music, Marilla. I just love that intro music, Earth. It's just that.
It's like it's like if you could listen to your body working and churning, what it would sound like. That's what it would sound like. You know what I'm saying? Like we added everything is working and popping, and there's a melody happening. You just got to listen for it. Like that's earth and sky, babe. That's earth and sky.
That's what we do.
Made.
It's what we do.
Made, son.
Welcome, people, to the part two. We had a show this morning, which was the Wednesday morning mashup. So this is the Wednesday mashup, part two. You know what I'm saying? So we are now just getting back up on just basically picking up where we left off. I mean, we were on to some flow. You see what I'm saying? And we spoke about Project Blue Beam. We talked about the Blue Beam that the Pentagon let off for 9/11. You see what I'm saying? So, of course, we all know by now everything has an alternate meaning. Everything has something behind it. We live in a land of code and symbols, and that's the land that we live in. I mean, it just is what it is, and it's now becoming more evident that what you see isn't exactly all that meets the eye. Kind of like Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Optimus, are you about this is prime time.
Prime.
Listen, let me tell you something, man. We are on to something here, and the thing is to not create something for your mind to start chewing on that would make you say, I agree with them. I like them. I'm going to go with those guys. No, stay where the hell you at. We got enough realers behind us. Stay where you're at. You know what I'm saying? But if you do move in that direction, let it be because you are moved in that direction. You know what I mean? The truth moves you. Knowing the truth moves you. Knowing, wanting to know, being curious. It's just being curious. All we're doing is asking questions. If you notice, we never tell you what to think. We just ask questions. We look at it and say, well, why? Yeah, we ask you to think. We do. If there's anything we want you to do, like Dan Kellowitz says, he's just here to make you think. We just want you to think. Everybody, there's a collective of people that have been disbanded, but at the same time, from their individual platforms, are just trying to get people to think. And there's nothing wrong with there being a collective of those people, because those people don't have to come together in some magic kumbaya moment. You know what I'm saying? They're just really out here as individual components working to do what their program is. And our program just happens to be to make you think, to get you thinking, to get those synapses connecting and disconnecting and reconnecting and connecting all over the places, and that hypothalamus creating those hormones and those things that stimulate that chemical response and how it makes your heart palpitate. And then you say, oh my goodness, I think I want to go in there and learn some more truth. And I think I want to find out some more about what these guys, Earth and Sky, are talking about. And that's what we do, baby. That's what we do. And we have fun doing it.
Well, hell, we've been doing it for over 20 years. Over 20 years we've been doing it. I mean, that's the part that a lot of people really don't grasp is we've been doing this for a very long time. And we just so happen to again invite the World Wide Web to join us in our conversations. We have these deep type of flows. That's what we do. Seeing that we're talking about the whole thinking thing, the gorilla effect.
Okay.
That's something that basically a lot of things that we talk about, especially kind of tie into, because a lot of people right now are really shook. They're really scared. You know what I'm saying? They don't know which way to go, because right now they're being shook like a snow globe. Up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left. They don't know where to go, and they don't feel comfortable in their footing. Right. Like, okay, if I step on this, is it gonna go out from under me? Is there gonna be a mudslide, a landslide? I don't know, So I'll just stay right where I'm at, not
Right.
realizing that, again, we as gorillas understand that you always have to be on the go. As long as you are on the go, you are fine. You see what I mean? And it's just a lot of people are doing the no of taking a step back,
A
putting
rolling a
themselves
rolling
even further away.
a rolling stone gathers no moss. I mean, is that fact or not fact? That's fact. That's gorilla fact, no
Filch,
fleas.
thank you. Thank you.
That's
Gorilla
gorilla
facts.
fact, no fleas.
No
A
fleet.
rolling stone gathers no moss. So if you're continuing to go, I mean, even if it's just step by step, let me ask you. I mean, even though it's real or true fiction as it was, you know what I'm saying? The idea that somebody could run like Forrest Gump did from one part of the states to the damn where the water starts. You know what I mean? How is that even possible in the mind where your mind actually conceive that that's possible, right? How is that? It's because you recognize that as long as you keep going, as long as you keep going, there's going to be another exit on the highway. There's going to be another day when the sun rises. There's going to be another tsunami when the earth quakes. There's going to be another tornado when the wind blows. These things are going to happen. Each day, you have the choice to say, you know what? I'm going to end it all. But you don't. So you just took another step. And by taking that next step, you open your mind up to see what all comes with that step. So the gorilla effect, in essence, is just what happens when you show up to life. And when you're wearing it through the lens or seeing it through the lens of gorilla, it allows you to bypass this, the core, where we're all connected at. You see what I'm saying? I could definitely do this for just the black folks. I could definitely do this for the Africans. I could definitely do this for the hood. I could definitely do this for, you know what I'm saying, the impoverished people of the nation. I can do this for the segregated, downtrodden individuals. But see, that's too much like calling on your victimhood to capitalize off of it. As to where I'd rather get with my man Sky. What do you think about this? This is what our people need to hear. These people need to hear. This is what's going on. Oh, no. Let's just tell it how it is. Jungle journalists. And how they take it, they take it. And that gorilla effect from that causes people to start seeing things because they decide to put the glasses on.
Oh. They live. They live.
They
Great
live.
movie, by the way. Watch the movie. Roddy Piper. Excellent.
John Carpenter's best. John Carpenter's best. His truest. And that literally, that was so deep to John Carpenter, it literally almost cost him his career.
Because he was so far ahead of his time.
Yeah. And where he got it from, man, is like you could actually see where like what they live and the Matrix kind of meet. And for you guys don't know, Sophia Stewart is the one that wrote the Matrix, the ideology behind the Matrix,
screen script,
the Terminator, and
screenplay.
The screenplay back in the 80s. So that lets you know that, you know, this is going to be a different offspring. But the point that I'm getting at is there is a place where it all meets and congregates. And what you realize is that the Matrix is a highway. They live was a highway. And all these other ways to get this information are just highways to get to the main area of where the source of the information is at. So it doesn't matter how you get here. You can use Earth and Sky. You can use, you can use Urban X. You can use Papa Duck.
Dane Calloway.
Use Roy. Give me a name, snapping on me. Roy Hayes. You know.
Rod Hayes.
Huh?
Rod
Hayes. Sorry, Rod. I keep wanting to say Roy. You can use Rod Hayes as a way to get there. You can use anybody as a way to get there. But your point is, you got to go. And as you
Always
go,
about to go. Yeah.
you're going to be affected, and you're going to affect. Something cannot be affected without causing an effect. It's a two-way thing. You don't just touch something, something touches you.
Yes. That's the way this universe works. That's the way it was meant to work. Um, but we weren't taught that. We were taught that everything is like a one way, and that if you're on a two way, you can only go one way. You can't decide to switch lanes. You see what I mean? The thing is, we're all put here to experience life. So if you're on the go and you're constantly going, you're experiencing life. Now, again, even if you're going left or right, you're still going. See, when you go backwards, let me know how that works for you. Let me know how that step backwards goes. All the greats will tell you that there is no plan B. Zero plan Bs. None, nada, zilch, no plan B. Either, look, in the words of 50 Cent, get rich or die trying. But what's going on right now ain't working. So if it's not working for you, the gorilla effect can work for you. You just have to choose to let it work for you. And again, it speaks to the 90%, which is your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind isn't going to pick up on it. Why? Because the mind, one, you only pick up 1% of the light prism anyway. That 1% that you pick up actually interprets colors and signs and symbols before it interprets anything else, which is why certain organizations throw symbols everywhere and you have no idea what they really mean, but they affect you. You see what I'm saying? And people do it all the time, every day. You go to restaurants, you frequent certain businesses every single day, not realizing that that logo is affecting you.
Has anybody looked at the Taco Bell logo lately? If you look at it the right way, it almost resembles a reptilian's left eye. Look at it again when you get a chance. Pull it up if you want to. We're not going to show you because that would be infringement. And we can tell you what to look for. Just can't put it in front of your face. You got to go for yourself. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, again, it's all symbolisms. But see, the gorilla effect helps you to be aware. And once you start to become aware, it's something that you can't turn off. So it's not you can just be like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and flip the switch, turn that off right now. I really don't want to be aware. Nope, sorry. Once it kicks in, it's in. And you're turned on. And you will stay turned on.
All the way on.
Once nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way
up. Hey, look, listen. Here's the thing, right? Like we've been talking. One of the things we were talking about offline is all these different variants that are going on. Due to like different aspects of mutation, manipulation.
Ooh.
Different things that are going on in regards to, us dealing with the sickness as a people. And I say the sickness because we can call it what you want to call it. An infection, a disease, a virus, all these different things, all of these medical conjectures, all of these different, the lexicon of medical information, however you want to look at it. But the truth is, now they're continually keeping you off guard by the one thing that you hold near and dear to the most, but know very little about, which is the medical establishment. Listen, here's what we're finding out. People in the medical establishment don't know about the medical establishment. If that don't tell you something, then that tells you a whole lot of nothing.
You mean the practice?
Oh, sorry, the
Practice.
practice. Never the mastery, never the mastery of health. The mastery of health can only be acquired in a holistic manner. And back in the early early part of the time frame when there was, I want to throw a year out there, but I can't pull it off my head right now. But there was a part where it was holistic medicine was the primary use and the primary method. Then the quacks came, and the quacks came in their white coats and their stuffy shirts and their boys clubs, where they talked about all types of crazy things like putting leeches on you. You know what I'm saying? Putting maggots inside your body so that they can continue to take out whatever infection or illness. And the quackery has continued on to this very day. See,
Snake oil, I tell you, snake oil. You gotta get you some.
Now, here's the difference. For those who don't know about the current medical practice and the holistic practice that happened back in the day, they're both still active to this day. They were never able to drown any one or the other out. But the holistic never forced anything on you. It was all natural, herbs, recipes, and things that have been passed down that were proven to work from generation to generation, area to area. You have to understand the area you're in is going to be prominent for certain types of healing. That's why a lot of people go to Peru for healing. They go to the South Americas. They go to India. They go to Asia because those different regions have different types of healing that you can acquire. So depending on what's going on, that's where you want to go. Well, when you had holistic, which was all natural medicine practice, it wasn't even a medicine, it was just all natural healing practices, right? Using plants and flowers and herbs and things like that to create something that would heal you about your body. These guys took a piece of that and said, well, this works. How can we make money off of it? And that's when the medical practice was born. So since then to this very day, that's why the pharmaceutical division of medicine is the highest earning part of medicine altogether. Why do you think that there has never been a true cure for breast cancer or any form of cancer? Even though it gets publicized, it doesn't get put into practice or use. It's always in practice. It's just never put into use. Now they're wanting to practice on you. That's what this is all about. Even with this new situation, there's a new variant to be watched out for. And we told you a long time ago. It was preventing nerves. Do you want to tell him? Please tell him.
It's the moon. Kind of like Omega Moon.
Omega Moon. Remember that?
From Revenge of the Nerds.
Remember that?
Kind of funny how they also used another reference from that movie, which were the lambdas. The weak, the downtrodden, who basically pretty much fought back and won, reclaimed the nerdness. You see what I'm saying? But it's awfully funny how now we live in a technical digital world that pretty much is run by what used to be deemed as nerds. So it's kind of interesting how you got the lambda variant that no one's talking about anymore. But now you've got this new Mu variant that is now running rampant in South America, kind of like where the lambda variant was running rampant that no one's talking about anymore. So, and it's awfully interesting how now we've got these quote unquote mandates. People, I'm peeping this and gay. They're not laws. It's a mandate. They're not laws. Constitutionally, they can't make a law to do it because they have to change the Constitution. So just know that you're being bullied. Again, we here at Earth and Sky Interactive are all pro-choice. That is your choice. If you choose to do it for whatever reason, if you just want to travel, go get it. If you for whatever reason you need that job and you go get it. So we're not telling you to do or not to do. Basically, just do you and do your research. But know this: for every action, there is a reaction, as above, so below, cause and effect. So know that there is going to be a effect or reaction to what you do, whether to jab or not to jab.
Jab or not
That
to jab?
is the question. So we're rewriting Shakespeare right now. It is no longer to be or not to be. It is to jab or not to jab. And we here at the Earth and Sky Interactive really don't give a hot one what you do. We're just asking you to think before you do anything. Because again, at the end of the day, you are living your life. You are living your mission. That is your mission. If you choose to, great. If you choose not to, great. You know what I'm saying? Again, I have no problem with anybody on anything. Just don't try to cram it down my throat. You see what I'm saying? Look, my father raised in Mississippi, so he's got a lot of sayings, a lot of quotes. You know what I'm saying? And I got brought up with one of them, which I will take with me till the end of days.
To the grave.
You get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. So trying to cram something down my throat isn't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? Like, look, either you gonna get this belt or you gonna get the castor oil. Well, you might just give me the belt because my mouth ain't opening up. So at that point, you might just go ahead and whoop me. Simple. Again, cause and effect. Take this or take this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and choose the belt. You can go ahead and whoop me. Feel free. You see what I mean? That's the type of flow that we're asking you to think about, because either way, there was a consequence. Either I got a whooping and my butt cheeks hurt, or I had that castor oil and my butthole was hurting from everything coming out. So either way, something was going to be hurting, but I'd much rather not be able to sit down than basically be sitting on the toilet like praying to the porcelain gods, because that ain't where it's at. That ain't where it's at.
Listen, I mean, they keep throwing these things at us, right? And I like what you said earlier, man. You know what I'm saying? What you said earlier is like, like Delta. You think about the word Delta, then you think about like Delta Force, which is they're a variant of the military. Okay.
Elite variant.
The elite variants. You know what I mean? So they're not just gonna get you, they're gonna really get you. All right. And they were Delta forcing you into mandates to take the jibba jabba, the juice, you know what I'm saying, the stir crazy, or whatever it is you want to call it. All right. Now they went to the lambda. You know what I'm saying? The lambs. All right. Look at the lambda, then look at lambs, and just breaking it down, just playing with it. Have fun. Do not think any of this is, factual or actual. You know what I'm saying? But just open your mind to look at it. See, what I'm causing you to do right now is I'm tantalizing different parts of your mind to listen to what, through words. If there's spells put on you right now by words, we're unspelling. So if they hit you with the lambda variant, then guess what they did? You know what I'm saying? They brought it to the lambs. They wanted to see if the lambs were gonna take it. And the lambs took on it, or they went out on the lamb. You know what I'm saying? So just play with it, right? And then you get to mu. You know what I'm saying? Mu, which is the first part of mutation, which is what's supposed to happen when the juice gets in you, and it changes things.
Well, technically speaking, it does, because basically your body doesn't create that protein at that fast of a clip.
There you
go.
So
that's factual. That's why they tell you to take it, so your body actually creates more of the protein that supposedly stops it or slows it down.
Or let's say we can also say it manipulates. Manipulate. I like the way you said that too earlier. You manipulate. I got to use that one, bro. Manipulate. Because listen, people, what we're trying to tell you is how you can see what's coming And if you can't see what's coming, you can know how to react to what arrives. So if something switches, break it down, twist it up. Like if I say factual, all right, factual is almost it's a word, fact, and then UAL. Break down what UAL means, and now you've got the meaning of factual. You see what I'm saying? So it's really just one core word, but they dress it up with the UAL so it looks differently. It walks across the stage and says Strong J. You know what I'm saying? Now modeling the latest winter apparel for, infectious concerns. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Strong J. Strong J.
It's
the essence. The essence.
The essence. The essence. But you know what I'm saying, bro? That's how we have fun with this. Because guess what? Just like that big Black Panther that was running around in the stadium this past weekend, we know it ain't real. At the end of the day, when they gave us this whole idea, they showed us something. They showed us people. They didn't say what it was, and that was the beautiful part about it. So you could have applied it to anything. But shortly after that happened, then this happened. All right. So before the whole vid situation was happening, right? You had brothers and sisters in Asia that were either crisis actors, which a lot of that happens. Crisis acting is very real. They may not say crisis actor on your paycheck. You may not be able to go to Hollywood and say, "Hey, I've been a crisis actor in several different productions." You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I hear. Can I get an audition?
Can I get a SAG card?
Right, I get a SAG card.
I need to get in the Screen Actors Guild. You know what I'm saying? I need to get in.
Look, I was one of the 500 in LV that got, busted from the tower of the hotel. You know what I'm saying? Now, I had to put that code in there. So if you caught that, cool. If not, great. But the point is, a crisis actor is a real thing. It's a real thing because false flags are real things. Okay, there's a lot going on that is production, people. This is all about production. All right, on 3, we want you to roll. Lights, camera. You know the rest. I didn't even have to say it.
It's called The Truman Show. For those of you who still have not watched this movie, you know what I'm saying? Seriously, watch The Truman Show.
Please watch that show. That is to me one of the best movies. Period. But that is one of the best movies that Jim Carrey acted in, that let me know that, look, first of all, Mr. Carrey, if you're watching this or ever watched this, and I want you to know that Earth and Sky really appreciates the work that you did on that movie, because what you brought to life was what we are all going through, but you were able to show us that there is a wake-up point. And that wake-up point comes to where you have to, in that moment, make a decision. Whether you're going to let them kill you in the water or you're going to exit that studio. And how you exit states everything. How you exit the studio states everything. Do you pull a Tupac and bop down out of the courtroom and middle fingers to the sky, all that? Or do you pull a Truman and just gracefully bow and say, thank you? And if I don't see you tomorrow, have a good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Whichever. It does not matter. Either way is right. Both ways are wrong, depending on what school of thought you come from. But at the end of the day, guess what? The point that you're exiting is what matters. Don't get caught up in how to exit. Just make sure you get to the exit, people. Because if they're running around and it's like Carrie and she's going tits up on stage, you know what I'm saying? And telekinetically starting fires all over the place and she's locked all the exits. because you didn't listen, folks. Another John Carpenter movie, by the way.
Classic. Well, I mean, okay, look. If you look at this as what we live in as the Truman Show, right? We're actually at the end of the movie.
Oh, are we?
Think about it. Has anyone noticed that it's raining a lot everywhere? More so out of season than usual. You see what I'm saying? What happened in the Truman Show? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's an exit stage left. Yo, what happened in the Truman Show, my man? When Truman finally got fed up, what did he say? What they say? Make it rain.
Make it rain.
Make it rain harder.
Ooh.
Make it rain harder. But you're gonna
this guy
make
is going there.
Rain harder.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I love the reference. That's where I was at.
Where are we at right now?
Yeah.
Like literally, these storms are creating rain. You've literally got parts of Texas, the coast, the Gulf Coast of Texas and Louisiana, basically back underwater again, and it's going to rain until Thursday. So it's going to rain through today. It rained all day today and into tomorrow morning. They just got a hurricane that just ran through there. And guess what? They're already talking about 2 more hurricanes coming. They're no longer talking about just one. Again, make it rain. Oh, he's not going to stop? Make it rain harder. But you're going to make it rain even harder. So we're in the Truman Show. You now have a choice. Either you can sit there and be like, okay, I give up. Stop the rain. Or you can be like Truman and be like, y'all going to have to drown me. Because basically, I'm outro. And there's really nothing you can do about it because I'm not going to stop. I'm not stopping. I'm done. I've had it up to here. So where are you, people? Where are you? Ask yourself that question. And I ask it of all the people.
I like that question.
You know what I'm saying?
Where are you, people?
Where are you? Like, I asked this question of a lot of clients that I've worked with. And this is a deep question. This is a lot of my neuro-linguistic programming clients that I've worked with in the past. I asked them this question. Does it hurt bad enough to change? So where are you at? Does it hurt bad enough to change?
What does this sound like to you, Marilla? What does this sound like to you? Let me push you out of your misery. That is the sound of the hound dog that's sitting on a nail and is too damn lazy to get up off the nail. And when the guy walks by, I ask him, why does he keep howling? He said, he's just been on that nail so long, he forgot why he's... Get up off the nail, people. It's a rusty nail. You know what I'm saying? Listen. As long as they give you something to chase, you're going to run after it. After a period of time, you're going to have to say, I'm through with the chase. I'm through with the chase. I'm through with the hunt. It doesn't matter to me anymore. When it doesn't matter to you anymore, now they're losing their grip.
Oh, power lost. They ain't losing at that point. The power has been lost. There has been a shift that they can't look, and they will try hard because, again, they know how the mind works. I talked about this in T-Folks Shadow Work Chronicles. Look, they understand that their conscious mind is only 10%. The other 90% is your subconscious mind that actually runs the show, but the conscious mind runs a trick on you. And they understand exactly how to manipulate that 10% to keep you in that 10%, to keep you in your egoic state, because I'll tell you what, ego does not exist in your subconscious. Does not exist. It only exists in that 10% of your conscious mind.
In your subconscious, the ego looks, in your subconscious, looks at the ego like we look at fiction. Like, you know, when a cartoon is a cartoon. No, that's just a cartoon. That's the ego. So what is a cartoon? What is anime? What is all that? That is man's ego trying to create something on the level of God. You see what I'm saying? But the subconscious is what creates on the level of God. That's where the imagination is housed. Huh? What gives us our godlike ability? But to imagine and create through imagination and manifest in this real world, this 3D reality, this hologram reality, because you're creating holograms, taking it back to that Black Panther that was in the Carolina Stadium over the Sunday. That was a mental creation. All is mind. Remember this. I mean, we're supposed to be talking about some different stories. We got to call this a totally different segment because we're giving them more jewels than we're giving them news. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what do you what do you say?
It says AUKUS. Today it was brought to public. NWO, the New World Order, which we already knew. They if you didn't know, people, the collapse of the financial system, it's coming. Oh, by the way, perfect segue. Why? Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for that. Did you know, Earth, that 46 is trying to get Congress to pass a bill into law so that the IRS can now kind of get in your business for transactions over $600.
$600.
$600. And banks are tripping. Banks are tripping because banks are like, well, that kind of violates your rights. I mean, that's all up in your business. Look, do you know why banks are tripping? Because people are going to be like, I'll just pull my money out the damn bank. I'll find a bank that's going to fight it. Your bank doesn't want to fight it, then basically I'm going to a bank that'll fight it. So you can see the breakdown of the system. Walmart now accepts Litecoin.
Really? Really?
El Salvador made their national currency Bitcoin. National currency Bitcoin.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Do you see what's coming? Again, people tried to tell you a while back while they were at the G4, the G6, whatever summit that they had, that they talked about 3 cryptocurrencies and a token. Why? Because the financial crash is coming. It is coming, people. Now, I really feel for those people who have a whole lot of Bitcoin. And why do I feel for those people, Earth? Here's why I feel for those people. Because here's what's going to happen. They're going to come out with their own crypto.
Uh-oh.
What you got? Hot off the press. Hot off the press.
No, Walmart isn't accepting crypto payments and Litecoin. 2 days ago on CNET News. Now, if it wasn't a thing, why would it be talked about as a thing? Fake press release says Walmart will accept crypto. Price jumps 30%. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So, follow the money. Follow the money.
Are you following it, folks? They're stimulating. They're manipulating the price. The pricing, the cost is fluctuating. Rose 30%. That's the Daily Beast 2 days ago. The Daily Beast. We're still Earth and Sky Interactive. Damn it, let's go.
Let's go.
I don't know what you thought about, but damn it, we got 40 minutes into this, and we still going in. A lot of this stuff comes off of here, but we'll show you interactively when we're ready to dive into something. And all I did was go to type in crypto acceptance. Crypto acceptance.
And there you go. Now you've got it. You've now, I mean, so again, all they did with cryptocurrency was turn cryptocurrency into the new stock market. If you didn't get in on cryptocurrency when it first started, basically they just turned it into the new stock market. Why? Because if I've got $50,000, I can drop it on Shubecoin and have it go up 5%, and I just made $1,000. Flip. Easy. See,
easy.
It's no longer truly the poor man's way to get rich. The rich basically said, look, I need to flip money.
I need some of that.
Thank you. I need to flip money. So if I need to flip money, how am I going to flip this money? Wait a minute. So I can take fiat and flip more fiat to make even more fiat. I mean, they literally, you want to talk about, and here's how they masked it. They said that this was going to be the biggest transference of wealth ever. And he's right. Most false information is mostly true. It is, because they mask it. Again, yep. They knew exactly what they were doing. Like, look, if we say we accept crypto, yo, check the technique, man. Buy up a whole bunch of stock right now. Like, put you about 100,000, right? And we about to flip this, right? So buy you 100,000.
100,000.
We're gonna drop this. We're gonna drop this, and then it's gonna go 30%. You just made 30K in a day.
And if you are investing on something that's worth pennies, and you invest 1,000, it's not even $1 yet.
Hell, ain't even a penny yet. That's why Shubecoin is crazy. Like, literally, you're like, yeah, I'll put $5 on it, and then all of a sudden you look like, I've got over 1 million coin. Yeah, because it's less than a penny. So when things start moving from 1/1,000th of a penny to 100,000th of a penny, that $1,000 that you invested, that $5 that you invested. Now just imagine if you had 100,000, 200,000 to drop. You're again 100,000 off a 30% gain, got them $30,000 overnight. Like, the stock market isn't dropping that type of money right now. It's not. The stock market at all-time highs. And see, people, this is what the younger generation doesn't understand. Like, the stock market back in the day was banging at like 17,000. There he is with the new dude. There he is. Prince Rilla. There he is with the Princess Rilla. You know what I'm saying? But like, literally, it was just craziness. And they flipped it. They look, 17,000 back in the day, you had money in the stock market, you were jumping for joy. You were like, yes, if this hit 20,000, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't. It'll never hit 20,000. It'll never hit 20,000.
Never.
It's been over 35, people. Can you say fiat?
Fiat.
I mean, so you have to think, those are things that basically weren't fathomable. The stock market would never get over 20,000. It hit 20,000. They're like, look, it's booming right now, man. Look, I'm gonna ride this wave, and then all of a sudden it hit 22. Then it hit 25. Then it hit 28. Then it hit 30. People were like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I can't believe it's not butter. Oh, well, I'll put it this way. Look here, people. When they crash the economy, adios to your 401k. Have a good day with that.
Adios.
I mean,
come again.
Right. Yeah, tax the rich. You know what I'm saying? she wore a dress to a function, and basically it said "tax the rich" on it. And nice dress, by the way. She
Who's
looked
that?
banging dress. Got to give it to her.
Who's dressed?
AOC, politician.
Not familiar.
Her name. If you put it this way, when you see her face, you'd be like, "Oh, that chick." They came down hard on her. Back in the election time, she was trying to get on the ticket, but you know what I'm saying? That just wasn't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't going to beat out Camilla. It just wasn't gonna work. Again, kind of funny. Things are in angst. Things are in turmoil, right? So now you take the Obama Biden ticket and flip it. So now instead of having a black president and a white vice president, you've now got a white president and a black female vice president. Look, the flip. Again, the flip. Look, people, we live in a world of work.
And real quick, and in the middle, you got a 45. Kill yourself, son. Kill yourself. Sam?
Fall on your sword,
that stuff, Sam? You want to smoke that stuff, Sam? Go ahead and kill yourself then, boy. Go ahead and kill yourself. Go on, jump. Because if you're smoking that crack, boy, you might as well kill yourself. Sam?
I mean, look at how things flip. But people don't put it together because we're not taught how to disseminate. We're not taught how to critical think. So,
chessboard.
Look. If y'all didn't know, the Egyptians were playing chess back in the day. Just so you know. And basically, the board being black and white is on purpose because that's code. Just so you know. Something that you can research out there. Look up the lineage of chess. Why the queen is so important. But again, they flipped it and said, "Nah, you don't need a queen. Women, we'll treat them like hot garbage. Meh. They don't have any role. They don't have any place. They have nothing. When in all actuality, without them, there's no life." See, when you actually start to think about nature, why do you think they don't call Father Nature?
You know what blew my mind? I'm going to tell you what blew my mind. Something you guys should read up on. Study Lilith.
Okay. Which one? The one that they made up, or the real one?
The real one.
Oh, you trying to look?
So tell
their
me
brain will blow up.
Which one is made up? Because let us tell it they're both made up. You know what I mean? So the one that the pre-Eve. Let's call it pre-Eve. That one.
Well, technically speaking, there's only one. Always has been one. Only will be one. And I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret. She had melanin. Just to give you a little hint, why is it that the oldest known found relics of human beings was in Africa, which means that woman, not a man, woman had melanin. But we're fed this garbage. It's hot garbage. It ain't cabbage, garbage.
Hot garbage.
Put the garbage in the hopper. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the garbage in the hopper. But in the hopper.
You got it in the hopper.
But do you see how deep it goes? Because literally, again, it's been taken, shaken, and then left upside down. But again, if you're a caged animal born and raised in a cage, that's all you know. The door would open up, kind of like a bird. Why do you think birds that came up in a cage, right? You could leave the door open and they won't fly out. Why will they fly out? Because basically it's like that's the unknown. What the hell are you talking about? There is no out there out there. There's just in here. And I'm happy in here, so I'm not going anywhere.
And if they do fly out, they will return for the simple fact that they don't want to go too far.
Kind of sound like people. See, again, we've been lied to, bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray, run amok. You can add a whole bunch of different flows to it, but at the end of the day, as soon as you start to think, you start to play connect the dots, or better yet, people, the dots start to connect you, and then you start to actually realize, why didn't they tell me that in high school? Why didn't they tell me that in college? Why didn't they tell me that they've known for a long time that there were hieroglyphs in caves in the Grand Canyon with Egyptian
Canyon people
in the Grand Canyon? Egyptian statues? Now we know Egyptians don't make anything man size. Nothing. So how do you have Egyptian statues in caves in the Grand Canyon in America when it's actually supposed to be America? But that's a different open. I'm really not gonna bust y'all over the head with that one. You see what I'm saying? But I'll tell you what, the reason why they can't find too much of the Inca stuff down there is because they were here.
Hello.
Duck season, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, duck season. Pow!
That part. You know, look, man. It is a glorified game of 3-card Monte.
Ooh.
Glorified game of 3-card Monte. And as long as you are looking at the cards, they ain't even got to tell you that none of the cards are the one you're supposed to be picking. You'll never get the right one. You know what I'm saying? It's listen, folks, if we do nothing else, we want you to just take some of this back. Type it in. That's why this is called interactive, right? Here's why this is called interactive. Because you learn 2 ways. You learn from hearing, seeing, and through your senses, and you learn by interacting. So we tell you and we show you. So therefore you can marry the two together. Get your left brain and your right brain. Your imaginative side and your cognitive, logical side. You know what I'm saying? And bring the two together and let this motherfucker blow. Let it blow. Pause.
Let it blow. Let it blow. There she blows.
See, because what did I'm not gonna say that joke, but anyway, try to keep it clean for the kiddies. Listen. When you start opening up these chambers, these 36 chambers you've got locked away. Little shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan, and thank you for doing what you did to keep historic kung fu movies and the arts that they gave us so long ago alive. You know what I'm saying? Plus, big up to the new season. Very, 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 very good. Love it. On Hulu, by the way. So it's a free shot for you guys. But keep doing what you're doing, Rizzo. Keep doing what you're doing. The point is, here at Earth and Sky, these are the early shows. Trust me when I tell you these are the early shows. These are the first 100 shows. So, we can say whatever we want to say right now. We can kill it however we want to kill it right now. But just know that these shows, when they get locked away, it's because we've elevated to another level of illumination to where we provide for you things that unlock dimensions in your mind as you now realize that all is mind and your body is the universe. And when it's all said and done, this platform right here is going to be a megalodon. And guess why? Because while everybody was going the safe podcast route, we set up, that's not our lane. We're going to go to interactive route. And the interactive route formed together the heavens and the earth to give you something that has never been brought to you before, which is earth and sky. That's what we do, man. Because we are here to edutain.
Are you not edutained?
Are you not edutained?
See, again, it's all about words. Words, spelling, spells. We cast them every day, but yet and still most people don't know. Oh, and a book really quick that you might want to read, Hung by the Tongue.
Hung by the tongue?
Hung by the tongue.
Okay. Give me a brief idea of what that's about.
Watch what you say. You're creating. When you speak, that's why people, you know what, people? We're going to touch on that creation and manifesting. Matter of fact, you want to come back?
You know what I want to do?
You want to do a part 3?
I want us to go live. Can we go live on IG? We can't go live on IG here?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we can come back. Let's come back then. We'll come back.
Okay, so what we're going to do, people, is we're going to come back. We're going to do part 3. Thrice great. You know what I'm saying?
Hermes Trigenza.
Yes, and we will be. Oh, and by the way,
pronounce that word.
And by the way, just so you know, real quick, they found more. They deciphered more of the Arthur story, Arthur and Merlin.
Really?
And talked about Merlin and more of his interactions and things with the Lady of
Hermes?
the Lake. No, with the Lady of the Lake. Like, it actually goes into a deeper story that isn't talked about, and they finally basically broke down the code. Kind of, that's the thing of the day, breaking code, to get to that. But folks, we're going to be back here in a hop, skip, 2 jumps. You know what I'm saying? Get right back at you. We're going to talk about this dispel thing and words and manifestation, because basically some of y'all put yourselves in your own untimely demise.
Still don't get it.
You know you're doing it.
Still don't get it. So that's why we'll be back. Earth and sky will once again unite in roughly a couple of minutes. What do you say?
Yeah. Let's give it to him. Boom, shakalaka.
Boom. You already know. Earth and sky will reunite.
You know what I'm saying? We about to get it. But we will be back in a minute.
In a hot one.
Hey.